This is Oddities. Hey, how you doing?
I have something here that's plenty old and plenty creepy.
Okay. Wow, man, that certainly fits the bill.
It is an Edison talking doll.
Wow, this is the original talking doll. All the modern dolls, they say, you know, mama or whatever. This is the one that started it. It produced sound with a small hand-crank phonograph inside the doll. This thing was produced over 100 years ago by Edison, technology way before its time. Does this have the phonograph with it?
It does not. I don't think very many of them do.
It's super rare to find the mechanisms. They were very fragile, the phonograph. I mean, it was actually a little wind-up cylinder, a wax cylinder with a little mechanism sticking out. No spring or motor, so the child or whoever owned it, you know, and little kids don't really have that great coordination, had to turn it at the right speed. A lot of them broke. They didn't make too many. A lot of them got returned. The Edison doll was a miserable failure. They only sold a few hundred of these things. So to find one in this condition, or in any condition, even without the phonograph, it's incredibly rare and valuable. For Edison, not one of his high points.
So would you be interested in something like this?
We're definitely interested in it. I mean, it's above and beyond what we normally deal in. It's a little bit of risk on our side. I mean, it's a neat piece and it'll look great here, but most people coming in aren't looking for a doll like this. What kind of money are you looking for in this thing?
I've done a little research and I kind of feel like $4 grand or something like this.
Right. Yeah, I mean, probably more somewhere in the 2-ish range.
Do you think maybe you could do 3?
Yeah. You know what? Three's fine. I just never find these things.
Cool.
So.
Thanks. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm in this doll for $3 grand. I hope I didn't just make a really bad impulse buy. But I do know a huge collector of Edison stuff. He may want this doll if he doesn't already have one. Do you want to take a look at the doll?
Yeah, that's what I've been waiting for.
Sure. A gentleman walked in with this.
Well, it is missing her dress. It has to be restrung, and it is missing the mechanism.
Right.
But a lot of them were sold without the mechanism because they weren't very...
Right.
They didn't work very well in the beginning.
Right.
But I actually have a reproduction one which somebody had made.
Oh, really?
If you want to hold this for a second.
Absolutely.
Here's actually what the doll mechanism looked like.
Oh, okay.
It had the horn, it had your little crank handle, and you mounted inside the doll.
Right, and this horn would basically be
right up here. That's why the little holes are in there. Here's what the record looks like. Very, very fragile.
And those are wax?
Yes. And when the doll gets mounted inside, the front has a little hole for the thing. And as you crank it, very difficult for a little girl. You have to crank at the same speed.
That's insane. This thing sounds horrendous. I mean, imagine that. You spend 2 weeks of your pay, your kid's all excited, you're like, look what I got you, this dolly, and you wind it up, you play it, and that's what it sounds like? I guess that's why these things are so rare.
The hardest question, and the next question is, what would you want for it?
I'd probably need somewhere around like $4 grand-ish.
Well, if it had a little bit more to it, you know, even a dress or the undercoat, or I don't expect the motor to be there for that price because they're really hard to find. I would probably go 35 for it.
Could we split the difference, like 38? Would that work for you?
You know, I really, really like the doll, and they've been always one of the favorites and hardest to find of Edison's invention. 38 is fantastic. I'll be more than happy to pay you that for the doll. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Charlie.
Good deal?
Excellent.